You know, as long as as long as the sponsorship either gives you guys money or covers the cost of something, you're good.
Oh no, it doesn't cover shit. We don't have enough people sign up for it. Okay, where the fuck did it go?
Disponible en español.
Yo puedo hacerlo. No es muy bueno, pero puedo hacerlo.
Yo hablo la idioma muy bueno.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/cornup. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Or Alexa, Amazon, or whatever. Fuck it, don't care. Anyway.
As a noun, order is usually defined as, often plural, a command given
Alexa,
by a
stop.
superior.
Roll music. You get 2 seconds of music. That's all we have the money for.
Yep. Yeah, that's 2 seconds. Then we got that. But yeah,
shit.
welcome to Coin Operated. We're
Long
here.
distance edition.
Yeah, I know, part 2.
Yep.
I think this is our longest intercontinental recorded episode.
I am 1,847 miles away from my old apartment, and you are 30 miles away from me, so I'm going to go 1,870 miles away.
Yep. Yeah, because like the furthest episode I ever recorded was me and Lisa in LA, but like I guess this is the furthest.
But you were next to each other.
Yeah, that's true. But we're driving in a Mini.
So you were really close to each other.
Yeah, that was a fun trip.
She's a nice lady. I always like Lisa.
Yeah, she was on last week filling in for Cody because Cody's still getting his shit together, and now Julian's filling in this week.
Oh yeah, we're going with throwback challenges now.
Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, throwback. Yeah, a little bit like.
Like I'm an old guest, Luis is an old guest.
Rotating guests that actually are funny that could hold a conversation for more than just that's cool.
Yeah, I like DBZ.
Yeah, DBZ. DBZ's cool.
Science,
like
blood,
Science.
Gainesville, beer.
Yeah,
Tennessee whiskey.
True.
That. Cool.
Word.
Sweet.
Fuck, we have like over 200
Legit.
episodes of just like that shit. I was like,
It's legit.
I know. And here I am. I'm like, oh, what have you done, Brian, for Coin Operative? Done press for Geeks Worldwide to go to New York Comic Con, MegaCon, shit like that. But anyway, yeah. So Julian's filling in for us this week because Cody's Cody. Trying to get
He's
Nick.
busy.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get Nick next week, hopefully.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and then I know I'm visiting Cody in Gainesville, hopefully in 2 weeks.
I'm prepared to be bored in Gainesville.
Yeah, I know. I know that there's drinking to do there.
Yes, but if you go out of town, there's really nice areas where you can drink.
Yeah, I heard about that because my brother used to go to Gainesville, and that's all he did there too was just drink.
Yeah. I think the only person who went to Gainesville and didn't drink excessively was my sister. She might be the only one.
To be fair, she was in law. She was in law school.
That's true. So she was. I mean, she drank as soon as she passed the bar.
There you go. That's what counts.
Yeah. Now she's a lawyer. So.
I know she's doing all that lawyer shit.
Yeah, she's living in Jacksonville but working essentially in St. Augustine.
Okay, it's not too bad.
No, it's not that bad of a. I mean, she doesn't mind the drive because it's mostly highway. I mean, it's only highway. There's no like regular road that connects Duval to. I can't remember what that county is in St. Augustine, but whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Too many counties. But anyway, so shit. What's been going on in the news? I know I've been obsessed with BTS. I know. I went to Chicago.
I'm not going to say anything.
I went to Chicago to go see him.
I'm not. No. You went with Luann, who went to go see him, and you tagged along.
Yeah, I know. So I went to go see him.
But how many times have you seen them now?
I've seen them twice.
And they're like, what, $1,000 a show or something stupid like that?
Like $600 a show for 2 people.
God, motherfuck.
But that's not buying tickets secondhand. That's actually actual tickets.
No, I got you. I'm probably going to go see Billy Joel at Coors Field in August. Hell yeah, in August. And that, I think the tickets we were looking at was like, I mean, you watch enough baseball. It would be first base side, about halfway up first concourse, like mezzanine under the roof, and it was like 420, 430-ish a person.
Damn.
But it's first of all Billy Joel.
Yeah, it is Billy
Second
Joel.
of all, outdoor concert Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Third of all, outdoor concert in like a good, it's not hot, it's not cold kind of weather. And don't get me wrong, BTS is, I guess it's cool, but they haven't been around for 40 years.
No, they haven't, but they've sold out the Rose
Every
Bowl,
concert, probably. Yeah.
Soldier Field, MetLife Stadium, City Field. So yeah, I mean,
there's a million Koreans everywhere, so.
Yeah, but this is mostly white girls. They also sold out the Wembley Stadium and Parc des Princes in France.
I know Billy Joel sold out. He
sold out
Madison.
everything. He sells
Like
out
I know he has a standing thing in Madison Square
Yeah.
Garden. He can just call them, be like, "Hey, I want to do a show in like a month," and they're like, "Okay, pick a day, whatever." The Knicks suck anyway.
Yeah, you could play after the Knicks or the Rangers. Who cares?
Yeah, no one gives a damn about them anyway.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
Dude, Brian, people here fucking love the Avalanche like you like soccer.
The Avalanche.
No, I'm not saying to like them. I don't like them. I'm
I
just
hate the
saying,
Avalanche.
dude, every truck is either a fucking Broncos sticker on it, or well, Rockies is everyone. Everyone likes the Rockies out here.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the Rockies games, it's the most fun I've ever had at a baseball game. Like, no
I can
lie.
imagine.
And Avalanche, it's literally like there are so many Chevy Avalanches with the Avalanche thing printed out with the stupid like red, blue, white color scheme of the hockey team. I've lost count at this point. These people they show the love. And yo, I went to a Nuggets game. The Nuggets game I went to with Pedro was the one was Haslam and Wade's last go around, their last game here.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was so sold out. There were people standing in the fucking aisles.
Coño.
Because they're a good team. I think they went to the second round of the playoffs. They were a good team, but fucking packed.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, no, fuck the Avalanche. I hate those motherfuckers.
You know me. I'm not a hockey guy.
Well, I hate the Avalanches for two reasons. One, they beat the Panthers.
I was thinking they swept them in the Stanley Cup championship.
And then they beat the Devils. Fuck you, I'm a Devils fan.
I understand. Hockey doesn't do anything for me, so what do I care?
Fucking hate them when they beat the Devils.
I remember we went to the soccer game and you were like, "Yeah, this is fun." I'm just like, I'm so drunk, I don't even know what sport I'm watching.
Yeah, Manchester United versus Liverpool. That was a fun game, dude.
It was
fun.
Soaking wet and soaked.
Yeah, soaking wet, soaked, and drunk as shit.
It was fun. I mean, I don't remember much about the game. I think Wayne Rooney played in that game.
Yeah, Rooney played. Gerrard played.
I don't know. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I just remember Wayne Rooney because you told me about him like an hour before the game started. You're like, look at this guy. He's a fat, bald guy. That's a guy's a good player. I'm like, okay.
I know.
Bald guy.
No, he's playing for DC United.
In what, the MLS or something?
Yeah, he got the LeBron James hair transplant.
I mean, if you've got the money, you might as well, right?
Might as well. It's so funny because you see like the older photos, like, oh yeah, you can see him going bald, and the next season is like perfect hairline. Yeah,
well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Us normal folk, I don't think you or I are gonna go bald, but should one of us go bald, knock on wood, we'll just accept it and be old Cuban guys with little bits of hair.
Exactly. We're gonna go have it with a beard.
There you go.
Yeah, I got that shit taken care of. All right. So, childhoods that get fucked up and ruined by Netflix for 1,000.
Childhoods that get fucked up by Netflix, like because they're watching all the stuff at the same time, or because their parents don't put a parental lock and they get access to all the shit they want.
Well, not spending the money to get the proper licensing to get the right voice actors for Evangelion.
Oh yeah, that just money went off for like a while.
Yeah, I do not blame him.
I called him because we bought Henry a box of cigars for to celebrate him having a kid, right?
Yeah.
And it went from, how you doing? Okay, good, I'm fine, whatever. And then, all right, this is the payment, this is how much it's going to be, whatever, blah, blah, it's going to be sent to you. All right, fine. Did you know that Evangelion came out on Netflix? I'm like, yeah, Brian told me about it forever ago. He's like, they changed all the voice actors. I'm like, oh, even Misato? Yeah. That's where I was upset, because I love Misato.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, everybody's changing, it's fucking terrible. I'm like, and I stopped. I'm like, how many episodes did you watch? He goes, I watched 6 before I gave up.
Oh, okay, he did more than me. I watched the first episode. I already rage quit.
I'm not even to bother. I'm not even going to bother.
Dude, okay.
Why? And Evangelion's not even my favorite. It bothers me.
But you know it though. So like
Yeah.
one of the scenes that pissed me the fuck off that got me like, okay, I'm done with this shit, was when Shinji gets into the fluid for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, I think I'm gonna be sick. This motherfucker just goes, this is gross. I'm like, the fuck? No, that's not how it works.
And it wasn't what's his name?
Spencer.
Spencer. It wasn't him?
It wasn't him.
Oh, what is that? Why change it? They've had the best dub. Honestly, it's that one, Bebop, probably what's Vash? Trigun. Those late 90s, early 2000s anime had the best dubs. Like one of the few eras where you could watch an anime and the dub would be good, and you're gonna change it. Like, did they lose the licensing? Is that what happened?
Yeah, because they didn't want to spend the money on the licensing to get the Ganex or the ADV dub.
But I don't understand why change. I mean, it's probably going to blow over because there's such, like, my sister's generation, people in their early 20s, they didn't really watch Evangelion when it came out or later, and since it's never really come to Blu-ray, they haven't had been able to embrace it like what they did with Ghibli films, and all the Ghibli films on Blu-ray, you can watch them now. They had no idea, so this is their first time watching it.
But remember, these are the same kids that also have they have the Rebuild Saga. So you have the Rebuild movies coming out, which is the original voice actors.
The Rebuild Sagas didn't do well in America. They did well in Japan because duh, but it didn't do. They sold well on the what do you call it, on physical media, but most kids buy them digitally or just stream shit from websites.
Well, I know. Yeah. Well, with 3.0, there's been a lot of controversy and issues with that one because the original dubbing of that one, the creator was like, I don't like it, redo it again. And Tiffany Grant has said it multiple times, like, you know why Rebuild 3.0 nobody likes it? They don't know what they're talking about. They were like, okay, redub it. It's not my point. It's like, well, you can't translate Japanese directly into English. That's why it makes no sense.
Yeah, you have to tweak stuff here and there. And plus you have to sync up even if what you want to say works, it doesn't sync up with their mouth movement, and then you have somewhere they talk and they're like, and then they keep talking, and then they keep talking, and it makes it very jarring to watch. So
well, it's like with Godzilla when what's his name? George Takei was talking. Yeah, when George Takei was talking about during the dub, it's like it was his first job and shit like that. He's like, yeah, there's a scene there where the flaps wasn't matching up with what was going on, so I was like, you know what? It looks like it sounds like this. Banana oil. I was like, what the fuck is banana oil? That's the fuck.
That's the one. That's Godzilla's weakness, banana oil.
Yeah, just because it matches the flaps.
Oh man, but I honestly stayed away from it because don't get me wrong, I love Evangelion. I've seen it a bunch of times. I've read the manga, but in my head, if I'm not watching either the Platinum Edition or what do they call the director's cuts, I'm not going to sit down and watch 26 episodes, especially when the last, 2 episodes are completely different. It doesn't sink into the movie, and now you're telling me that the dub is wrong? I can't... Yeah. When I think of Bebop, for example, I've only seen it in English once, maybe. It's always been Japanese for me.
Really?
So when I watched it in English, don't get me wrong, it was fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But it was still kind of weird hearing different voices. With Evangelion, it's the other way around. I've never really listened to it in Japanese. But if they change the dub from one version of English, one set of VA to another set of VA, it's like a different kind of curveball I'm not prepared for. Because if I listen to a Japanese, at least it's the original version, and that's how it was meant to be heard. But if you swap from one English VA to another, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shinji is Spike. Shinji is Spike. That's just...
Yeah, that's how it is.
I can't...
And then they have a trans actor that's doing the voice. It's like, it sounds like a girl, but it's supposed to be a guy. It's like, it's horrible.
I mean, Shinji is kind of a wimpy kid, but he's still a boy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's not worth it. Trust me. If you see one episode, you're like,
I'm not going to. Did you ever watch the second season of Fooly Cooly?
No, I never got a chance to watch it.
I got it, and I watched the first episode and half of the second one. It's not bad, but it's Fooly Cooly is irreverent, but it's approachably irreverent. You can watch and be like, okay, I kind of have an idea what's going on, Yeah. This one's just weird shit, and then you're like, is there a story here? Or is this just this girl losing her mind?
Yeah, that's why I think you're the only person I've talked to that's actually seen the whole thing. Most of people are like, oh, it was kind of whatever. I didn't really care for it too much. Type attitude. I was like, well, how bad was it? Oh, it was whatever.
It
made no
wasn't
sense.
bad. It's like in Fulikuli, there's like a central arc. There's no real side stories really, but
Yeah.
just weird shit happens while you're going from A to B. This one, you start at A, there is no B, and it's honestly like someone watched Fulikuli, right? Dropped acid and made Fulikuli 2. So they took an idea, like it's in the same universe or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's weird. And even Haruhara seems off. It's the same VA, but it just seems like in Fulikuli, she's kind of like hiding the fact that she's not hiding it, but she's kind of hiding the fact that she's an alien. She doesn't act too crazy, or whatever, outside of hitting him in the head with a guitar.
Yeah, bass.
But the second one, it's like from the jump.
Okay.
It's like Fulikuli takes place 30 seconds after Fulikuli 1 ended, so that's why she's already insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was weird. It wasn't bad. It was different. I wasn't ready for it, I guess. I'll watch it again. I mean, it's only 6 episodes. Knock it out in a day.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, no, the one that's actually really good that like me and Lou's been watching has been Fruit Baskets.
Fruit Basket?
Yeah, no, they started redubbing. They redid it.
Redid it? Like new animation?
New animation.
Oh, wow.
All that stuff. But they kept the original voice actors.
Oh wow, that was a good show. It sucks that it ended. Let me rephrase that. That they did a Bleach and they kind of had to come up with their own ending because the manga wasn't done yet.
Yeah, this one.
So I'm hoping it's been done so they can finish it.
Yeah, this one the manga's done and it's starting from the beginning. It's really good so far. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it was a cute little show, but it was still very, very like obviously made for middle school girls.
I'm not dating a middle school girl.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all.
Because that'd be kind of awkward. It's like, so Brian, we're the FBI and you're in trouble.
Wait, can I go to prom first?
Yeah, I got a really nice tux and a corset that matches her dress.
Yeah, really. I'll have her home by 8.
Maybe 9.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun. You know what? You know what'd be an anime that'd be really nice for it to be like not gone back but finished because it was never actually finished would be. I'm thinking of 2 off the top of my head. Would be Guyver and His and Her Circumstances, Karakana, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Oh God, dude, I love His and Her Circumstances.
So do I. It's one of the few anime DVDs I still have.
I know.
I sold almost everything.
I know. I bought like half of it.
You bought a good portion of it, yeah.
Yeah,
I still have it.
Evangelion.
And you know what's funny? Those Samurai 7s that I sold you, the ones that are like the individual books, the big ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They are so rare now. I've seen them individually for like $60 each.
Holy shit.
Yep. So just so you know, if you ever need some quick cash,
I know.
There you go.
Well, I always need quick cash because getting old, my knees go out pretty quickly.
Yeah, join the club, buddy. I'm taking pills every day.
Fuck, dude. I had gastritis the other last week. That shit fucked me up bad, dude. I had to go home from work early.
Ugh, that's not bueno.
I know. Fucking being old sucks.
I agree. I don't want to, but I agree.
Yeah.
It's really fun when every time you get up, your knee goes, bah, sit back down.
Well, my knees always cracked. Like, everyone freaks out, like, oh my God, your knees? I'm like, yeah, they always crack.
Yeah, it's just built in.
Yeah. Like, I pulled, like, a muscle today, and Lou was like, do you need to go to the hospital? I'm like, no, I'm not that fucking old.
I had that happen to me when I was at TSA. My back went out to the point that it was seizing that I couldn't sit down, but standing was like I was listing to the side. And I couldn't sit. Yeah, I had to go get, I think it was 2 shots. 1 shot to, like, stop the seizing so I could actually receive this. One was a painkiller, and then the anti...
inflammatory?
No, it wasn't anti-inflammatory. Well, that was another one they gave me, but no, it's just like a muscle relaxant, a super muscle relaxant.
Okay.
Essentially what they give to people having mild seizures.
Yeah.
You counting how many there's left? No, I want to do 2. There's 2 jelly ones. There's one that's clear on the top. That one's jelly on the inside, and the yellow one is birthday cake. I got that one for you.
Ooh, birthday cake.
Yeah, we went to pick up Bolt at Pedro's house because they dog sat. And when I got there, their daughter was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Krispy Kreme." I'm like, "I'll go with you, just to have company, whatever."
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm gonna buy a dozen." So I was like, "Oh, I'll buy 6." Right? Krispy Kreme doesn't sell 6; they sell 1 or 12. So I was like,
"Yep."
Oh well, I'm buying 12. So I fucking bought I literally picked like all the fancy ones. I was like, "Fuck that! It's the same price. Fancy ones all the way across."
Yeah, that's Lou's favorite flavor is birthday cake.
Yeah. Well, she can have it.
Yeah.
Because Danielle doesn't. Well, I'll take it to work and it'll get. I mean, there's fat guys in the office. Someone's gonna
Dude,
eat
fat guys eat anything.
it. Even skinny guys eat everything. Because I'm skinny and I still eat everything. Don't give me that look. I'm still thin. She didn't know me when I was fat. That's why she thinks I'm fat.
Dude, you've been posting the photos from when Harry Potter World opened up
Yes.
9 years ago. It's like,
Good God.
holy shit, you're fat.
Yeah, I was. Dude, at my heaviest, I was 343 or 344. One of the two. That was my heaviest. Yeah.
I remember that shit. I remember. Yeah, but I remember when we tried to do Forbidden Journey. The last part wouldn't close down. I don't
Shut up. Why you gotta hurt my feelings?
No,
I
it's not
remember
because
that.
you're fat.
No, it's
you had
because I'm fat.
No, you had so much shit in your pocket. When you gave me half the shit in your pocket, all of a sudden the laptop was like, click, 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 click.
Yeah. I remember because you sit in it's like individual little cubby things. And I was like, great. I sat in it like this. Like, this is fun. This is Harry Potter. Yay, I can't fucking move.
And it was supposed to be 3 clicks. It was like 1, 2. It wouldn't go down the rest of the way. I'm like,
fuck it, you're alive.
and you're like, 1, 2. Like, we can't get it down. We can't. Like, Julian, what the fuck do you have in your pockets? Your cell phone, your wallet, like 30 other fucking things.
Yep.
I'm like, give me half that shit. And Allison's like, click, click, click.
There it goes.
Like,
You know what's funny? Every time when I posted that picture, I forget. I think it was Liana. No, it wasn't Liana. It was Danielle because Liana was here. She was like, "You were at opening day." I'm like, "Yeah." Brian, my mom, his girlfriend at the time, my sister. We skipped like 4,000 people.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, we walked in and you had to go into Marvel Island, and then the line started like right in the middle of Jurassic Park, I think it was."
Yep.
And then we just kind of kept going. And then I ended up like talking to like some random Mexican guy in Spanish, and he's like, "Oh, come stand by me." And all of a sudden we were in the front.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You seriously skipped like 4,000 people?" I'm like, otherwise we would have never been in the fucking park. The park, we still didn't get into the park till like at 11.
No, we got in the park early. The only thing because they had the opening ceremonies and shit like that, so we got in there right when it opened up. We didn't get to do Forbidden Journey until like 11 o'clock.
That's what it was, because I remember the line for that. That was the one in the castle, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, like we were in the garden herbology section for so long that I started taking pictures of all the fucking plants.
Yeah, same.
Because I still have like a picture of the mandrakes, and who has pictures of the mandrakes? Because normally you just go you zoom right through. We were literally waiting and waiting and waiting
Yeah.
and waiting and waiting.
Yeah, because
it was a fun day though.
It was. I mean, there was lines for everything. There was lines for butterbeer. There was lines for the 3 and brew sticks.
There was line for the bathrooms. There's line for everything.
I know.
Dude, I have a coworker. He used to work. I think he just retired from Universal. He was there for 27 years.
Holy shit.
He rode the Hagrid ride like a month before it opened, like before they started doing soft tests or soft runs, whatever the hell the term is called. And he said, "It's a fun ride, but I'm guaranteeing you right now, it's going to break down the first day, and there's going to be like 5-hour lines, maybe longer." And then when the first day opened up, and it didn't break down, but they had difficulties. So they, instead of launching, 10-hour waits. And there were people who actually waited. You know what? I can't imagine paying $120, unless you're from out of state, then it's more. $120 to get into the park, to go to Harry Potter. It's not in Hogsmeade. It is in Hogsmeade. And fucking waiting 10 hours to ride the ride. 10 hours. And the ride's what? 45 seconds, a minute maybe?
Yeah, they're fucking idiots, dude.
That's the whole day. Like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, well, I'm just going to ride every other ride in this fucking park.
Well,
why am I going to waste that long?
Yeah, well, that was Universal flexing on Disney, going like, oh, hey, look, Harry Potter's still a relevant franchise. Look, we got a 10-hour ride. What are you guys going to get with Galaxy Edge? I'm like, yo, it's going to be a complete...
Did you see that there's like a whole black market now of shit that you can get for free, like the trays at the restaurants?
Everything that's not bolted down is on eBay. The forks, the trays, like
I saw it and I was like, can you imagine if Brian got in there and be like, I'm not even selling it, I just want it.
Shit, nah.
Get the fuck out of here. I literally saw, I think it was, they have a cantina.
Yeah.
Like, and it has a tray, and you have the cup or whatever. And there were trays for sale.
Yeah.
On fucking eBay for like $50. I'm like, it's a plastic tray.
Yeah, but dude, if it's not bolted down, everyone's stealing it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, speaking of Star Wars, I met Adam Driver.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he nice in real life?
Super fucking nice, dude. We were in New York a couple of weeks ago to go see
Didn't you see Hamilton?
Mockingbird.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. Hamilton was back in March.
That's what it was. My bad. Wrong trip. Excuse me, Mr. Fancy Traveler.
I know, we're going back up to New York again to go see Seawall with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Nice. Just yell out Mysterio.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But no, we're there and we're talking to the security guard because a lot of times the actors, they'll go ahead and like sign autographs and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking to the security guard we made friends with. And he was saying like, yeah, you know, a lot of people are trying to get Star Wars shit signed because in the play, it was Kerry Russell and Adam Driver in it.
Mm-hmm.
And what were there?
Carrie Russell, Felicity Carrie Russell?
Yeah, Felicity Carey Russell.
Wow.
Dude, she is tiny. Like, she was short. She was
Yeah,
like...
she doesn't look very big.
No,
Adam Driver's supposed to be really tall.
He's... Surprisingly, he's not that tall. He's, like, wide, though. He's, like...
Well, he's a big guy.
He's built like a fucking tank. Super
He's a
nice
Marine.
dude.
Yeah. That's cool.
And
It's really nice to meet someone famous and then be like a nice person.
Yeah, no, he was really cool. Still the best one was Bryan Cranston. That was the best experience.
I've heard that he's super fucking nice. Like, he's not, like, obviously he's not going to be mean like he is in fucking Breaking Bad, but, like,
Yeah.
let's be honest, he's won 1,000 fucking Emmys. People know who he is. Most people that reach that level of stardom, they tend to be dicks.
Yeah. When me and Lou met him, he pushed me out of the way to take a picture with Lou.
Picture with Lou.
Yeah.
It's okay. If you guys ever meet fucking Chris Evans, you better shove Lou in out of the way.
Oh, no, dude. If Chris Evans, you fucking startle him too much. He has an anxiety attack and, like, breaks down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has really bad anxiety.
Oh, that sucks.
And he doesn't mind signing autographs, but, like, if fans get too, like, touchy...
Like, on him. I got you.
He's like, done. Fuck y'all. I'm out. Because, what was it? One of the Comic Cons, like, a fan, like, gave him a hug, and he was like, no, you don't do that shit. Like, he was, like, freaking out for the rest of the day.
Yeah. I mean, they're famous people, but they're still humans, too.
Oh, yeah. But it was just one of those things where it's like, if it's Chris Evans, I'm like, yeah, no.
I think the only time I met a famous person and they weren't, like, nice was when I met Alonzo Mourning, and that was only because he was, like, catching, like, a fucking red eye.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, I'm not mad at him. He was in a hurry, but I was just like, you know, big fan, you know, Heat fan for life, whatever. Have a good trip. And he started walking away. He's like, you want to take a picture? I'm like, hell yeah. I fucking, like, if I'm him, Julian's here.
Yeah.
I have a picture with him when I was at TSA, and he's fucking so goddamn tall.
Dude, he's like, what, like...
6'11". He's 6'11". Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
He was nice.
Yeah, the only one that I've met that's kind of... He wasn't really a dick, but he was kind of like whatever, was Jeff Daniels.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because after Mockingbird, he was signing autographs. It's like, oh, hey, how's your night going? He's like, oh, okay. And, like, he signed a few autographs, looked around, saw that everybody else was asking him anything, fucking bolted.
Nice.
But even then, he was still he was nice. He signed autographs.
Yeah. I have to quote Kevin Smith, is you have to be careful when you meet your heroes, like when he met Bruce Willis and that became a shit show. But also, Kevin Smith's super nice in real life.
Dude, I love Kevin Smith. Like, his stories were like... Because with a lot of jobs, you guys can ask for photos.
Yep.
So he's like,
you don't have to ask for photos. He asked when I met him in Orlando, he asked if I wanted a photo. I just said, hey, I know you're leaving your mom because she had just gotten hurt or had surgery or something, and you're headed back to LA, whatever. Just want to let you know, big fan. I listen to all the podcasts. Love Ralph Garman. He's like, he could tell he was baked out of his fucking mind. He's like, you want to take a picture? I was like, fuck yeah.
I know.
I didn't even ask him for a picture. He just asked me.
And that's what he does, because he knows, like, a lot of people can't ask for pictures. So, like, in theme parks and stuff like that, like,
he just says you want to take a picture, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, can I take a picture of you with your phone?
Yeah, that's what he did. He took a picture with my phone. It's fucking super nice. Oh, that was one thing I have to say I liked about TSA. You met a lot of famous people.
Okay, other than Kevin Smith and Alonzo Mourning, who's been, like, the most famous person you met through TSA?
Jerry Rice.
Cool.
Yeah, it was right after Dancing with the Stars when he won. And he was in pre-check, and the pre-check was busy that day, so he was in the back, and it was just him. No agent, no wife, nobody, just him. And he's just a skinny, bald black guy. He doesn't look like anything special.
Yeah.
And then I saw him when I was walking out. I was like, "Is that Jerry Rice?" And I was training somebody, and they were young. They don't really, I guess they don't know about sports. Like, who's Jerry Rice? I'm like, go over there. Never mind. And I walked over to him, and I'm like, look, I don't want to bother you, Mr. Rice. Just want to know, big fan. Never even liked the 49ers or the Raiders or the Seahawks or the Ravens. but I'm still a big fan. He's like, what's your favorite team? And I said, the Eagles. He goes, oh, no, they never offered me a contract. I'm like, if you had played for the Eagles, I might have died. But he was super, super nice, super duper nice. And I was like, okay, I'll let you go. You have a nice day. But he was super nice. I think he might be the most quote unquote famous person I've ever met.
Okay.
But famous is like you and I know who Jerry Rice is. If
Yeah,
Danielle
exactly.
met Jerry Rice, she'd be like, okay, he's just a nice bald guy. I don't know him.
Yeah, well, it's like with Lou. Like, if I, like, she met Silverstein, and she's kind of like, yeah, I mean, I know Silverstein because of you, but like, they just look
Yeah.
like a bunch of white dudes in a band.
There's just a bunch of guys in the band, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where, like, last time we saw them, they're like, yeah, I think they know you. I'm like, no, they know me. They know me by now. They know who I am.
At this point, they're aware of who I am.
Yeah, like Shane knows me. Like, I could be like, what's up, Dad? He was like, oh, hey, yeah, it's you, Brian. I'm like, yeah, what's up, dude?
That's funny. That's cool though. That like you have. It's not a relationship, but you have like a back and forth with a member of your favorite band. That'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah, because like, because he has
You've only
a podcast.
seen them like 20 times.
I think it's at 17 or 18. I gotta double check.
Yeah. So you're saying he has a podcast?
He has a podcast, Lead Singer Syndrome, and then there's a Patreon with a group and a Facebook group, and there's certain people that like he's on first name basis with, and like I'm up there because it's just like he's really interactive, and when he's on tour, it's kind of like, hey, if you guys want to do a meetup, just let me know, and since we're not the main headlining act,
Yeah, we don't have to wait till the end.
we don't have to wait till the end, so we can meet up beforehand or after and shit like that.
That is cool as shit.
So when they're doing the House of Blues, it's like, hey, let's go to the Polite Pig and get trashed after the show.
There you go. You ever had any like, I don't want to call them weird, but like unusual experiences with a famous person?
MGMT.
That was fast.
Well, it was funny because like we're talking to Nick, and Nick was all like, "Oh, I want to go to see MGMT," because we're just like trying to like, "Oh, dude, let's go to this place," like because he was really obsessed with them, and it just never happened. And then finally, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. So they did a record store signing, so we met him, and I'm like, "Hey, can you guys write on the seat that says fuck Nick?"
I remember this, yeah.
And like one of the guys was like fuck Nick. I'm like, yeah, kind of laughing, and like the recluse was like, fuck Nick. I'm like, yeah, he didn't want to come up with me to go to this show. He's like, okay.
Fuck Nick.
And he was laughing, and like the recluse was laughing, and like Lou was pissed off. He's like, they were laughing with you. I'm like, well, that's just how it is.
I mean, they see 1,000 people a day. Like if one person is like interesting, they're gonna pay attention.
Yeah. And
I think. Go ahead.
Oh no, like the most disappointing one was the Stan Lee one, and yeah.
Because he had the hearing aid off or whatever.
Yeah, he turns the hearing aid off, and if it's a little kid, he like interacts with him, but if it's like an adult, he's kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, but he was already old, and I can't get mad at him.
No, I'm not mad at him. It's just the handlers and shit like that.
Yeah, but after he passed away, the whole fucking shenanigans with came to light about the elder abuse and stealing his money and shit. So
that was really fucked up.
Yeah.
But anyway, who do you got?
Yeah, the weirdest one is I was at TDC. These are all TSA stories because that's the only time I ever met famous people. And there was like I was handling someone's paperwork and I just finished. They were the last person in line, so I was waiting around. And Huey Lewis comes up on my left. And he's like, "Hey,
shit.
Where's the bathroom?" And I looked at him and I didn't recognize him at first because it just looks like an old guy, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, it's right there by Hudson." And then I recognize, like the light bulb went off, and I'm like, "By the Hudson News, you know where that is, the news." And he's like, "Ha ha ha!" And then he went off to the bathroom, whatever. And then he came back like, "I'm not lying to you." Like 20 minutes later, he goes, "I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thinking about it." And then he paused and goes, "Not while I was in the bathroom, but on my way to the bathroom." I thought that was actually kind of funny what you said, because most people. And he goes, "How old are you?" I'm like, "I'm in my 30s." He goes, you remember Back to the Future?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I had sports on tape. Yeah. He goes, "Okay, then you know my stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, have a good day." But he was really, really nice. And then he went off to the sports bar and got trashed for 6 hours.
Well, that's always fun.
Yeah, I mean, he had a layover, not a layover, but he had a delayed flight or some shit out. Like he landed, and then his next flight wasn't for like 6 or 7 hours. And it's cheaper to drink at the terminal than it is at the gates. So he drank there. And then I didn't see him because I had left before, but someone the next day told him, "Did you know Huey Lewis came through the checkpoint? He was drunk." I'm like, yeah. Was he wearing a blue shirt with white stripes? Yeah. How did you saw him? Like, no, I talked to him beforehand when he was still sober.
Yeah.
But apparently he was super drunk and he posed for pictures and he was super nice with everybody.
That's
Just
awesome.
He was trashed out of his mind.
Yeah, like my crazy celeb story, like everybody knows, but I was taking a piss with Dave Attell.
Oh yeah, nice dick.
I know. It was just one of those things like, oh yeah, I'm used to taking a piss. And next time I look over like, oh, that's David. That's fucking David Attell. Holy shit.
I saw David Tell's dick.
It was so nice.
Oh shit.
Scrumptious.
That's funny.
Gave me lockjaw. But anyway.
I'm still got scratchy throat, and it's been years.
It's already been like 15 years, but the one I heard was like the biggest dick is actually I can't remember.
You know who's a dick is not Michael Caine, but his wife. I think she's Pakistani or Indian, some kind of that, some kind of what do you call it? Subcontinent of Asia, some kind of Asian. And he came through the checkpoint in Miami, and this was right after the Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, Dark Knight Rises, right after that. And he came through, and I recognized him, obviously, because, he's fucking... Yeah. By the way, his name isn't Michael Caine. It's Maurice Applewhite. I'll never forget that because the guy at the TDC was like, Applewhite. Like, you heard him say it out loud. Yeah. And I looked up and I said, Applewhite, hey, I know him. And don't get me wrong, his wife is she's a very, like, classy, pretty lady. You know what I mean? But she was so fucking mean. I was like, hey, I love your movies. I've seen a bunch of them, even Alfie, the old one. Oh, and he's like, and his accent is real. And he's like, thank you very much. And then he reached out his hand to shake my hand, and his wife literally swatted his hand. I was like, we gotta go. And I was like, I'm literally handing it with my hand out, like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I know, because my godfather used to run into him all the time. Tom Hanks and his wife, Rita Hayworth. Mm-hmm. Is it Rita Hayworth that he's married to?
No, Rita Hayworth, I think, isn't. No, Rhea Perlman is Danny DeVito.
Yes, it's Rita Hayworth.
It is Rita Hayworth.
Yeah. So she is not allowed, like, because he used to live in Ketchum and all that stuff. So he saw, like, Bruce Willis, Demi Moore, Clint Eastwood, all those crazy guys. If she goes out to eat, she has to pay for her food up front.
Why?
She dines and dash.
Tom Hanks' wife?
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because he was talking to me about it. She thinks she's so famous because of Tom Hanks and all that stuff that she doesn't pay for food. She doesn't pay for food. Like, she just eat for free.
That's fucking. That doesn't strike me as something Tom Hanks would ever do.
But it's not Tom Hanks. It's only.
I know. It's just like if he's there with her, and if he's not.
If he's there with her, she has to pay up front.
Oh, that's such a shady shit to do, man.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just really funny. I mean, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Rita Hayworth? They're like, yeah.
Like, she's got some money. She's been in movies and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, shit, man. Tom Hanks is still in movies.
I mean, let's be honest. Who doesn't love Tom Hanks?
Yeah. I mean, it's Tom Hanks and Keanu Reeves are like the two internet darlings.
No, Tom Hanks is everyone's favorite, like, uncle. Because, like, he's not a sex symbol in any way.
Oh, God, no. Never was.
But just, like, everyone who, like, I've never read a story or heard a story about Tom Hanks being a jerk to anybody. Yeah. Anybody. Like, in my head, I'm like, first of all, I don't think I've ever seen a Tom Hanks movie I didn't like. Which is ridiculous, if you think about it, because he's got, like, a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, he does. I mean, there's a few movies that were kind of like, eh.
But they're still good. Like, I didn't really like The Burbs, but it was still, like, he was good in it. You know what I mean?
I never saw The Burbs.
Eh.
Oh, Lady Killers. The Lady Killers.
Okay, but that's not his fault that movie was garbage.
Got
That's not his fault. That's like Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren could be in a shit movie, but she's still good in it.
She is good. Oh, man, I can't wait to see the new one with her and Ian McKellen.
Which one?
It's something Liar. Fuck. It's going to bug the shit out of me until I figure out what it is.
I just watched a movie came out in, like, 2014. It's about like an Indian family that they open up a restaurant in France. And what do you call it? And she's in it, and she plays a French lady, and it's The Good Liar.
That's what it is, The Good Liar.
And she plays a French lady, and her accent, don't get me wrong, we are all well aware of how British she is.
She's extremely.
She plays it off perfectly. Like, when she speaks French, you're like, okay, this person I believe that you might be French. But yeah, Tom Hanks is seriously, like, I don't know, any movie he's in, like, if you tell me, oh, this movie's, like, this is the plot of the movie, blah, 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 I'll be like, that sounds all right. Maybe I'll watch it. Tom Hanks is in it.
Yeah.
I might actually watch it for real.
Dude, I loved him in Sully. I thought that was one of his better
In
films.
which one?
Was Sully.
Oh, the plane one, the plane crash.
Yeah, the plane crash one.
I think my favorite, if I had to pick a favorite Tom Hanks movie, it would probably be, what's more, he's a hitman in the mafia. It's like Prohibition or Redemption or something like that.
Road to Perdition.
Road to Perdition, that one. That
Yeah.
one's fucking crazy.
I gotta agree with you on that one. That one's probably one of my favorite ones.
I think it's because like since he's always like a good guy, you can't really see him as a bad guy.
But he plays it so well. Like he plays it perfectly.
Remember when like Tom Hanks is always a good guy. Remember that movie Collateral with Jamie Foxx? Where
Yes.
he's a contract killer? That movie's amazing. That movie's straight up like really, really good. And it's a fucking guy that you've always seen like being a good guy, the hero, and he's fucking just stepping out of a cab, murdering motherfuckers and stepping back into the cab. Like that's how you know that actors like they're good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, before John Travolta went like batshit crazy, he was a really good villain actor.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Like Face Off, he was an amazing villain in that movie.
Yeah, he really was. He really was. I like that movie was good because you took two actors who could literally like lose their shit from scene to scene, and literally had them go, all right, now you be him and you be him, and let them go nuts. That movie was. Yeah. It's not a really good movie, but holy shit, is it entertaining?
It is. I mean, that was by what, John Woo?
You know, I don't know. I'm looking it up though because it's gonna bother me.
I think it is by John Woo.
Was Broken Arrow him too?
I think so, because I know John Woo for like or was it Ang Lee? No, it was John Woo.
Yeah.
I know John Woo for like a hot minute. It was an action film. It wasn't John Woo or John Singleton. It was like
John Woo.
Shit.
It was John Woo. John Woo's
Yep.
Face Off. Yep. That movie's fucking bananas.
Fuck. I like how me and you're like, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's probably this one. Okay, let's look it up. Oh yeah, it was that one.
It is that one. Yeah. Yeah. The trivia thing is strong with us.
I know. I like how we did the trivia when we're completely smashed and we came in like third place.
The answer is C. There's only two. It's a true or false. C. Oh man.
God, you and Cody used to rescue my ass from getting trashed so much.
My mother. You want to laugh? My mom went to talk to the guy that is buying the house out in Kendall, right?
Oh shit.
And let me tell you how there is a patch of grass that is still not growing. And the guy asked her, he's like, hey, I've resodded the whole backyard, but there's this like area that's like maybe 6 or 7 inches it's a 6-inch square that it's up against the building. It just doesn't grow. No matter what, I've ripped out all the dirt. I've put fresh sod. It doesn't, the grass always dies there. What happened there? And my mom's like, one of my son's friends. And then she told me, she paused. She goes, he made it so the grass can't grow. That's what he did. So to not embarrass you, I was like, I'm pretty sure Brian would be like, tell him I puked all over the fucking floor. I'm pretty sure Brian doesn't care.
Yeah, tell him a bunch of my friends kept feeding me alcohol, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
And you weighed 120 pounds. Oh man, I still have pictures of that night.
That was a good night. That was fun.
It was. I ended up getting a fucking burn on my shoulder from a firework that someone aimed at me.
Oh, that was fun.
That is fun, yeah.
But what the fuck was that?
We were talking about we were talking about actors breaking their mold, like the John Travolta thing, and thanks. Oh, and actors being nice in real life, or famous people being nice in real life.
Actually, no. I think I missed weighing 120 pounds.
That's too skinny, man.
I'm at 155. I'm like, I can't fit into my skinny jeans, so I'm like pissed off.
Oh my lord, grow up.
I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'm in between a small and a medium, and I don't like it. I want to go back.
You're
to
a medium. You're a medium.
Dude, it depends on the shirt. Some shirts I'm like, oh cool, this fits really nicely. It's a small. Other shirts I'm like, hey, this is medium. It's too fucking tight.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm essentially a medium across the board, but like I have a sweater that's a small, and that's the best. That's the best fitting sweater I have.
Is it the Alison Weiss sweater?
Sorry.
The Alison Weiss sweater.
No, you know what's funny? My ex-roommate in Orlando, Cynthia, she stole that thing from me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she borrowed it one day, and she's like, this is mine now. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh, that fucker.
It's okay. Doesn't bother me. I mean, I have, like, literally, remember where I live. I have a sweater in that closet. I have a sweater in my truck. I have a sweater in my office. I have a sweater in Danielle's fucking car.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Everywhere.
if it's 74 degrees, you're already freezing cold.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Josmani still says that shit too. He goes, "You'd be
Yeah.
you'd be fucking chilly on the surface of the sun."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, that's about right. That is about right."
Oh, dude. I know we keep bringing it up, but the show was still hilarious. The whole MegaCon that
Oh
one year
god,
you guys
the
showed up
clapping
at,
thing.
yeah, in the middle of the night, dead ass quiet. Everyone's like, "Hey, we're gonna go to sleep. Yeah, we're gonna go to sleep. We're gonna go to sleep. We're gonna go to sleep." Like not even a minute later. God damn it, just funny. We're all cracking up.
That might have been the funniest thing Josmani's ever done. I hate it. Don't get me wrong, I hate it. But it's still easily one of the funniest. And he loves telling that fucking story. God, does he love telling that story.
Oh, MegaCon or...
The MegaCon, the clapping, the thing.
But it's a great story because at the same that motherfucker was falling asleep in the bathroom every single 5 minutes.
Yep, he really was. He still does that, I bet. I mean, I haven't fucking checked in on him in that regard, but I'm pretty sure he still sits on the john and falls asleep. He used to do this shit like every day.
He,
but that's before he realized he had the sleep apnea stuff.
Yeah, when he got the sleep apnea,
Mask.
Yeah, he dropped a shit ton of weight and like...
Yeah, he lost. I mean, I think he gained some of it back, but at one point, I think he was over 400 pounds at one point. And then he dropped all the way down to 305. And he told me that. I was like, you need to stay at that weight because that way you're Mr. 305. Yeah. But I don't know where he is now. I think he gained a little bit of it back because his schedule changed and it like conflicted with the way he was able to work out before.
Yeah. But yeah, like when I found out, I was like, holy shit, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight, and then Melissa had the surgery, and she's lost a shit ton of weight in the pictures I've seen. Yeah. Henry did the keto thing. Henry's lucky. Like, he just has to try to diet, and he loses weight. Like,
I know. But unfortunately, Melissa's going to be getting all that back soon.
I mean, I don't think she's going to get, like, super heavy.
No.
But even then, she's 5'11". She's a very tall woman, so.
Well, and also, she has an Olivo inside of her, and those motherfuckers only grow tall.
I told him, I was like, that kid's going to be born, like, dunking a basketball.
That kid's going to be born taller than me and you.
No, I'm telling you, that kid's going to grow up, and you and I are going to be tall. You and I are going to be the two shortest deals in the history of the planet.
They're like, oh, what's up, little buddy? I'm not little. We know that, you asshole.
All right, I'm picking you up from kindergarten today. All right, thanks.
Bar. Hey, what do you want? I have orange juice. Wait, how old are you? 2.
Why do you have a beard? I forgot to shave.
Wait, what?
Oh, man. She's actually due in, I think it's December, which it's good, but it kind of sucks because my sister's wedding's around that time, so they're not going to be able to make it.
Oh, damn, that sucks. Man.
Yeah, that sucks, yeah. It's going to be in Orlando, so once, because Liana's ceremony is going to be like, I think 20 people.
Okay. Oh, that's
like,
small.
No, it's super small. So I told her, I was like, hey, can I invite people to after? And she's like who? I'm like, well, Brian. You know, I can be like, hey, Brian, you want to drive over to, I think it's going to be at the Metro West Golf Club? I think. No, okay. It's not. No, it's not. It's at a restaurant that's like essentially catty corner to Hamburger Mary by Amway.
Okay.
It's in that area. I was like, can Brian and Luann like show up? Danielle's yelling. She knows the name of the fucking restaurant. I don't remember the name of the restaurant. I was like, can Brian go? Like, he's not going to take up much space, and he can have my plate.
I mean,
and she's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'll just eat the vegetables.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if that happens, I'll let you know like a week in advance. Be like, yo, if you're free this Saturday, because it's a Saturday.
Okay.
If you're not watching a Broadway show.
No. Right now, the only things that we have planned, because we actually is Seawall in September and the New York Comic Con in October. Nice.
I think the only thing Danielle and I have planned right now is we have a John Bellion concert. I think next month. Don't worry about it. I'm a pop princess.
I know. You saw the look on my face. You're like, yeah, no.
Don't you're a pop princess. Don't worry about it. I mean, we're gonna buy the Billy Joel tickets. We just haven't done it yet because we're trying to see if maybe we can get them a little bit cheaper. And I think that's all we have. At one point, we were seeing a concert like we had 2 in 1 week, and then a week off, and then another one on like consecutive Mondays. So it's like Monday, Friday concert, week off, Monday concert, Monday concert. Dude, by the end of the day, we were fucking dying. We are not. Danielle and I were like, can we sit down? Is there any place we can sit down for this concert?
Yeah, I think the only concerts I have coming up is Silverstein in August, Angels and Airwaves, and that's it.
You're going to see Angels and Airwaves?
Yeah, dude.
You're getting soft in your old age.
Not really, because like.
No, is he the one you didn't like, or you didn't like the other one? Which is the one of the members that you didn't like? I could have sworn you told me you didn't like one of the members of Blink-182 because he left and he came back. It is him.
No, I like Tom. I never hated Tom.
Might not have been you then. Could have sworn. Doesn't matter.
No, because like I'm like, oh yeah, Blink-182 is performing this summer. They're gonna play all of Enema of the State, but they're bringing along Lil Wayne. Fuck that shit. No, I'm good.
Yeah, that was odd. That was an odd choice.
I
mean, it probably made a shit ton of money. Let's be honest. They made a shit ton of money.
They're gonna make a shit ton of money. But I'm like, okay, you're gonna play the entire album of Enema of the State without Tom.
But with Lil Wayne.
But with yeah, fuck you guys. This is a cash grab.
Super cash grab.
So yeah, I'm not going for that one because I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
I think the only concert I missed out here that I really wanted to go to was Basshead came out here doing an acoustic tour.
Oh shit.
And I missed it. It was like, because the thing is, since she and I wake up super fucking early, like I start work at 7 and she starts work at like 6:40 or so. We can't do a concert Monday to Thursday because the next day we're fucking brain dead. And unfortunately we have jobs where we need our brains. So I think it was a Thursday and I told her, I want to go. And then we saw how much the tickets were. And I was like if the tickets were cheap, I'll go and I'll suffer on Friday. But the tickets were like $50 before fees. Well, I was like, I mean, I want to see you guys, but I've seen I mean, we saw Anthony by himself acoustic, and that's the same thing.
Yeah, and that was what, like $10 tickets?
Jesus, that was a Tiny Still show. That was super cheap.
I remember the tickets were like next to nothing. I think they were like $15.
With I think we paid $20 with fees.
Yeah, it was like, and like if you buy the day of the show, it was like $25.
Yeah, it was super cheap. You know what's funny? Danielle and I saw our first concert together was this band called Laney, right? Mm-hmm. We saw them at Back Booth, and you've been in Back Booth, right?
Well, Back Booth's fucking small as shit, dude.
Back Booth is like a shoe closet, right? We saw them there. Then we saw them at. Oh fuck me! It's in downtown Orlando.
Oh, is it Beecham?
Yes, we saw them at the Beecham. We saw them at the Beecham, right? So we went from like a broom closet to the Beecham, which is a fair, good sized
pretty good
place. And we just saw them. They were the last concert we saw here, and the venue that we saw them in, easily 10 to 12,000 people.
That's crazy.
We were literally like, we saw this band with like 40 people. And now it's 10,000 people. Now Danielle and I are like, well, I guess we'll never see them again because next stop is like an arena.
Damn. Well,
it's fucking bananas.
I remember seeing Bayside at House of Blues and tickets were like $12. And there was like less than 500 people there.
Yep. I remember the first time I saw them with you, we saw them at I can't remember the name of this place because it's not there anymore. It's in downtown. It's in Orlando.
Firestone.
Yeah, it was Firestone because it's not there anymore. And I remember it was like maybe 200 people. It was small.
Yeah, it was Texas in July. Another band, the Swellers.
The Swellers, yep. I have that Swellers CD because I bought it.
Yeah. The Swellers, and then it was Silverstein and Bayside.
Yep, I remember that show being really, really good, except for the guy that was like with a lit cigarette like all over everybody in the front of the pit. I remember that.
Oh yeah, no, that show was fucking obnoxious. I'm glad that place got tore down.
Yeah, but I remember that show being like, I think I paid $25, and I was like, if this is what it costs to see a rock show, count me the fuck in.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what I like about my bands. Like BTS is like almost like $250 a pop for tickets.
That blows my fucking mind. Are they long shows at least?
Dude, they're 3 hour long. And it's an arena show.
So it's a lot of dancing and lights and
a lot of dancing, a lot of productions and shit like that. But it's nonstop for 3 hours because you're like, oh well, you know, they can't perform for 3 hours. No, it's like they're legitimately 3 hours of music, interactions, videos,
dancing.
Like, oh my god,
I mean,
they fucking dance.
They can't dance?
No, they can. They could fucking dance their hearts out, dude. It's fucking amazing.
I mean, if you're gonna go see if you're gonna spend $250 on a show, it better be a good fucking show. Like,
it is.
My sister saw Katy Perry and she couldn't get anyone to buy the tickets. No, this is years ago. And she went with Henry. Henry saw Katy Perry live, and he said she put on a fucking hell of a show. Is what he said.
I beat y'all. I saw Katy Perry on Warped Tour. Suck it.
I saw Elton John for $50.
I saw Elton John on YouTube.
I saw Rod Stewart for free.
Who the fuck did I see for free? Oh, I saw the Violent Femmes for free.
I saw Van Halen for free. And I wish I'd gotten my money back because that was a fucking terrible show.
Oh, dude, it's Van Halen. What the fuck do you expect?
I mean, I knew 1.5 songs the whole time. I'm like, this is yay.
Panama!
Yeah, and then Jump. I knew more of Panama than Jump.
Shorty would have liked just his pants.
Yeah. I remember I went to a show with Frank. We went to like a festival and we saw C there. And I think Anne Berlin and like a bunch of. I paid $20 for this. He did it because he bought the tickets, and then like the person he was going to see would dropped out, and he asked like 10 people in a row because he knew I didn't really like that music, and he's like, hey, look, if you go with me, you can have your ticket for $20. I'm like, yeah, what the hell? It gives me something to do on a Saturday, and I went with him. And I was like, this is terrible music. I mean, I was happy because I got drunk, but was it
Earth Day Birthday?
No, it was something else. It was something cheeky like that, but I don't remember what it's called. He knows. If I ask him, he'll tell me.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
What's the worst show you ever went to? That every band you saw was terrible.
Fuck, dude. Bubba Sparks.
Oh my lord, that was a UCF, right?
Yeah, Bubba Sparks. That show was fucking cringe at its best, dude. The motherfucker gets in late. He has to have an hour of meditation time before the show.
Of course.
He gets on the show. He's horrible. He's out of sync with everything. UCF had a policy where curfew or 11 o'clock, everything had to stop. So they literally turned the power off on him. He's like, "Oh fuck this shit! I'm still going to perform a cappella."
That's fucking funny.
And dude, this is fucking horrible. This is horrible.
Oh, that's so good. I don't think I've ever been to a show where all of the bands were terrible, but I remember going, Danielle likes this electro pop guy named Lost Boy Crow.
Oh.
And his music is straight up it's a keyboard and a synthesizer. There's no drum. I mean, there's a drum machine, but there's no guitar, shit like that. Oh,
no.
Right?
Yeah, I'm good.
We go to see him, right? And another band we like, The Score, which actually I think you would like The Score.
I've heard of The Score.
They're actually pretty good. And literally they come out and it's the Lost Boy Crow, which is seriously real chill music, super, and it's 3 guitars. We're like, what the fuck is this? They changed the entirety of their sound for their live performances. Oh, and God. Danielle was so upset. It's like if you went to see Silverstein and they played polka. But without being funny. Because that would be funny.
That'll be pretty weird.
I was so upset for her. I was so mad for her. And then what's funny is that we the next week we were at a different show and oh look, Lost Boy Crow's coming. You want to waste some more money? It's so bad.
I think the worst band I ever saw live. Oh, are we talking about major bands or opening acts or
Oh no, we have no faith in opening bands for the most time. Okay, we'll do it like this: the worst opening band ever, and then the best opening band ever.
Worst opening band, The Whitney. Or Whitney.
That doesn't sound like a real band.
Oh my god, they're fucking horrible. They opened
What
up.
Were they opening for?
Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
They were god awful. It was one of those bands you're like, what the fuck am I watching? This is atrociously horrible. They're like, oh yeah, we just finished playing Coachella. I'm like, who gives a fuck? That doesn't mean bullshit.
Doesn't mean anything. Yeah, you and I could play Coachella.
That was one of the ones. Combat Crisis is another horrible fucking opening act.
It's weird how you remember the names of the band, right? Even though they're fucking terrible.
Dude, it's ingrained in your fucking head because you're like, oh my god, this is so horrible. I never want to see him again. So oh my god, I love Combat Crisis. Fuck you, you have no taste in music.
Yeah, really. I think the worst opening band I ever saw was when I went to see. My sister wanted to see Maroon 5 when she was just out of high school, or I think she was a senior in high school, whatever. So I bought her ticket, whatever. We went, and the band that opened for Maroon 5, which by the way, Maroon 5 live, not bad actually. Was what's the name of this fucking band? The song that they have, that song is "Why You Gotta Be So Magic." Yeah. That's what they're called. Yo, Brian, they were so bad. I have this thing where if I go see a band live, I will sit through the entire performance because I paid money. I'm gonna suffer through it. I lasted 2 songs. I got up and went. I got beer. It was that bad. I couldn't take it. I could not take it. All right, so what was the best opening band you ever saw?
Okay, this is weird because it's kind of like a little bit of cheating, but not really. There's been a few like Let Live has been really good, but they've
Headlined, yeah.
They've headlined. Day to Remember started.
That okay.
They've headlined. Enter Shikari. They've headlined.
I would love to see Enter Shikari live.
The Academy has been.
Wow.
Gym Class Heroes was another opening act.
Yeah, I've heard Travis puts on a good show. Yeah.
Dude, okay. So the third concert I've ever gone to is probably one of the ones where you're like, fuck you. It's Gym Class Heroes is the opening act.
Yep.
And it's the Academy is.
Okay.
Silverstein.
Damn.
And Fall Out Boy.
Damn, that's a really good concert actually.
At the House of Blues.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Fuck. There's been so many horrible opening acts. Like.
No, trust me. When Danielle and I saw Laney at Back Booth, their opening act was this lady who came out in like thigh high, like not fishnet, but like vinyl boots with spikes on the front, and she had like a leopard print like vest, but the vest was open. It like literally she came up and it was like, is this a drag show? Because if it's a drag show, I'm interested, but it wasn't. It was just, and she wasn't even singing. She was kind of like talking to music, like almost like poetry.
Oh, is it spoken word or no?
No, it wasn't spoken word. It was music, like quote unquote music, but it didn't. She wasn't singing.
Oh,
she was like talking in a weird. It was so bad. But I think I can cheat too. The best opening band I ever saw was Andrew McMahon in between Jack's Mannequin and Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness when he was like doing the little solo thing in the middle. He opened up for Gavin DeGraw. I didn't even know he was opening. I went for Gavin DeGraw. And then when I go through the merch table, I'm like, Andrew McMahon, why do I know that name? Why do I know that name? And I walked over and had Something Corporate CDs. I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to get a free Something Corporate fucking concert. And I did. He played for like 40 minutes. The guy in the middle, because it's three dudes. It was Andrew McMahon who played for 40 minutes. Then the guy in the middle, I don't remember who he is. He had one song. And then Gavin DeGraw played for like 2.5 hours. That was that was a long fucking concert. That was a really good opening act. Who else have we seen that was a good opening act?
For me, another one that was really good was Hands Like Houses.
They're good. Hands Like Houses is good.
But that was a stacked one because it was Warped Tour 2 years ago. They had to cancel a tour date because they just So they're like, well, the bands were like, do whatever the fuck you want. We don't care. So Hands Like Houses, Silverstein, and Beartooth played in Back Booth.
Damn. That must have been loud as fuck.
It was loud as fuck. It was amazing. And I took Lou to go see Silverstein for the first time.
Nice.
And she's like, oh my God, I love Silverstein. I fucking love Beartooth. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
What do you call it? I think the greatest like lineup I ever saw, but this is me personally, of course.
Yeah.
I saw the lead singer of Yellow Card after Yellow Card finished.
Yeah.
He opened. He I don't know his name.
Ryan Kelly.
I don't know his name. I don't think it's Ryan Kelly. Either way, it was him doing like kind of acoustic. It was just him and a guitar, right?
Yeah.
And then Bayside, and then Newfound Glory.
Ooh, that is good.
Yep, it was fucking awesome. You know what's funny about that show is that was one of the shows I went with Danielle, and I ran into Candace by accident.
Yeah, I was.
You were aware that she was there?
Yeah, she told me about it. I was like,
I don't think you should go.
I ain't saying shit because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, watch out, Candace is gonna be there, and then all of a sudden it's like, man, you fucking said something I was looking for the entire fucking time. Fuck you.
Yeah, really. No, I went to get beer for because my Danielle and I met up with a coworker of mine and his girlfriend. I think they're married now. Either way. And so I'm going to go get beers. What do you want? So I go over to get beer and I get it. And as I'm walking back, I literally I kind of bumped into her like in the back and I'm sorry. And I kept going. But I was like, I wonder who it was I bumped into. I looked, I'm like, oh, I know that person.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's Ryan Keith.
Ryan Keith, that's his name.
K-E-Y.
K-E-Y. Okay, yeah. But it was him opening up, like doing solo shit. It was just him. And then Bayside and then Newfound Glory. It was fucking awesome. It was literally like for 3 hours, I knew every single song that got played. Every single song.
Damn.
That never. When does that happen? When do you go to a concert and you know every single song for every single artist? That never happens.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but does it happen a lot? No.
No, not a lot. But it's happened before. Like when we went to go see Blink-182, we knew. Oh no, wait.
No,
never
because
mind.
Asher Roth opened up for that, and you and I didn't know shit about Asher
I know.
Roth.
Well, we knew everybody else's song. Fuck
Yes,
you.
we goddamn did. That was a good show, actually.
It was a good show.
I still have the pictures of that from like beginning where you're holding a little bunny and we look like normal, like we're wearing our clothing and shit. And the end of the show, we're drenched and fucking wearing undershirts, looking like
fuck our lives.
we look like fucking scumbags.
I'm trying to remember, like, because I've been to a lot of shows, like just smaller shows and shit like that, where like, actually, you know what? I know which one. The show that like every single act was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Skylit Drive, Alicena, Silverstein, and Chiodos.
That's pretty good for you. Yeah, that's right up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, there's been shows where I've seen where I'm just like, oh fuck this shit, because like I didn't like the bands. Like one was the Devil Wears Prada was like the opening the headline act,
Ugh.
and I just went for a Day to Remember.
And you had to suffer through the other one. Was it you that had to sit through Bullet for My Valentine for a different band? Was it you? I think it was you.
No, I've only seen Bullet for My Valentine once, and that was at Global Gathering.
Okay, no, it wasn't you. Damn, I got you confused with someone else now. I don't know who it was.
It might have been. Oh shit! It must have been Henry for Coheed.
I think it was. Yeah, you're right, because I remember him saying he was going for Coheed, and then he said he asked me later. He goes, "You ever heard of a band called Bullet for My Valentine or whatever the fuck it's called?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think Brian said they're fucking terrible," and he's like, "Yeah, they are." For Henry to say that band is bad, they're bad. He tends to like everybody.
I know. Yeah, because like Bullet for My Valentine, I only saw once, and I just saw a few of their songs.
Like, I'm done.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I lied. The best concert lineup was this one. It was The Messengers, A Day to Remember, and Rise Against.
That must have been a fun ass show. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sounds like a fun ass show. Like what they call a lot of energy. I remember the first time I took Danielle to see Bayside. We saw them in Orlando. She had only heard like essentially what I played in the car on the way there, and she was like, "It sounds okay. It doesn't do anything for her. It's not her kind of like she likes 21 Pilots kind of shit."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, trust me, they're good, and they put on a good show." And she's like, "I mean, their music doesn't. Let's be honest. If you listen to Bayside, you think their music doesn't lend to being a good live show."
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing. And then, it was right after they implemented this was at the Beecham, and they had just implemented the metal detectors.
Oh,
and Anthony, before the show started, he's like, "Look, guys, we're supposed to start like right now, but we're going to wait a few minutes because we still see people coming in." And then he went on this, like, he talked for a few minutes, which, by the way, when does Anthony Ranieri ever talk?
He's such a recluse, too.
He does. And he was like, "Look, I think it's fucked up that we live in a world where, like, we've been touring for like 20 years and we've never had this thing where we had to wait for people to come in, and we're not mad do you have to, it's just we're mad that we live in a world where you have to have metal detectors for a fucking rock show. Like, who goes to a rock show to hurt other people?" Whatever. And then they jumped in and they played like essentially nonstop. There was no breaks.
Yeah.
And Danielle was like, "Wow, they have a lot of energy." I'm like, "You're fucking right. Now shut up. I'm singing along."
You know what? Okay. My best non-rock concert I ever went to.
If you say something like Willie Chirino, I got you, buddy.
No, not Willie Chirino, but close. Willie Nelson.
Oh, I bet that was a fucking dope-ass concert.
That motherfucker played for 2.5 hours. No breaks, no nothing. He's like, thank you. Next song. Thank you. Next song.
Yep.
And the only time he actually made was like, "Oh yeah, I wrote this song with Snoop Dogg."
What?
Yeah. The Roll Me Up and Smoking When I Die or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And dude, I was like, holy shit, I'm really glad I saw Willie Nelson.
I bet it would be a great. I bet if they did like an unplugged version, he'd probably have such crazy stories to tell.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh,
I mean, he's only been performing for like what, 60 years or some shit like that, something stupid like that.
He was part of the whole like
Outlaw Country.
And
that was in the 50s. That was like fucking Johnny Cash and shit.
Johnny Cash, Mel Haggard, all
that shit.
The classic country acts.
Yeah, he didn't start it. Johnny Cash did, but he was in on it, and that was in the 50s. And that was what, 60 years ago, and he's still touring and shit.
Yeah, I think that was the best. That was the best opening and closing act.
That's pretty good.
And because because somebody else played it before him, and they're like, yeah, look, we're just gonna play a few songs. We all know you're here for Willie Nelson.
We're just here to give Willie a moment to smoke his blunt in the back.
Yeah, we're gonna play a few songs for you real quick, but yeah. And I think that was the best one because they were like, yeah, we know you're not here.
Yeah. Well, you're not here for us. You're here for him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that would probably be a dope ass show. I've heard that what's her name? Dolly Parton puts on fucking like life-changing shows.
I heard the same thing. Like
I think Kevin Smith mentioned it in one of his podcasts too that he saw her live once because his dad was a big Dolly Parton fan.
Yeah.
And it like changed. Like he hated Dolly Parton as a kid because his dad, played the music all the time.
Yeah.
And then he saw her live, and it was like listening to your grandma tell stories and then sing a song.
Yeah, and then like he took Grace, and then like everybody's like, you gotta go see Dolly Parton. It's the greatest thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, who's another? Because we've seen a lot of acts. We've seen a lot of bands.
Yeah, we have. We literally seen a bunch together, and then I go one way and you go another way.
Yeah, I know.
That's funny. Oh man.
I think the craziest concert I ever went to is probably Silverstein when I saw him in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was literally like a fucking hole in the wall. Like you thought Back Booth was small. This place is called the Mohawk, and it was small as shit.
It's literally just a closet.
It literally was with no AC.
Nice.
So you have
it's cold as shit up there, so you don't really need AC.
Yeah, and it was like one of the hottest days of the summer, so it was like 85 degrees outside. I know that's hot. But there was no AC, there's no fans, and they played, and it's called the Short Tour, and they played some hits, but they played the entire Short Song album.
Okay.
But dude, it was fucking insane. Like that was one of those concerts. Like holy fuck, I'm really really glad I saw this tour.
Don't you love that when you leave a concert, you're like, man, I'm so fucking glad I went to this concert.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling.
And the band that had the weirdest name that I went to was Leftover Crack.
Leftover
Crack.
I'm on crack, motherfucker.
It was a hardcore punk band that was really fucking good.
Nice.
I went with my buddy who's fucking crazy, dude. Like he ended up moving to New Zealand and working as a farmhand.
I mean, if it makes him happy, I guess.
For free. He's like, hey, not for free, but it's like, hey, look, I'll be a farmhand if you like give me an allowance and pay for my room and board. The guy's like, okay. And he was a farmhand with him and his girlfriend or wife right now. I don't fucking know anymore.
In New Zealand.
In New Zealand for a year and a half.
I mean, I guess I've never been to New Zealand, so I guess he got to see some stuff.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's gotta be cool.
I think now he moved back to Portland, and he's a cool dude. Ted Leary.
I know that name.
Don't
know why I know that name. I said that name sounds familiar. You might have mentioned him before. That's probably what it is.
Probably. I mean, he was a really cool dude. Like, I used to work with him when I was at Barnes & Noble's.
You know what's funny? The other day I was, I think it was on LinkedIn, and I started going through my contacts, like cleaning it up.
Yeah.
And I went to yours, and I was like, I remember, let's see if I can name his jobs. And I was like, okay, I know he worked at the computer store. I know he worked parking services. And I know he worked in the bookstore, right? And I was like, okay, bookstore. And then in my head, I'm like, I have no idea what Brian did before that. And then I like opened it, and it said Barnes. I'm like, that's fucking right. He did work at the fucking Barnes & Noble thing, and he hated it.
Fucking hated the manager there, dude. She was a cunt.
Yep. Oh.
Well, you gotta get to bed soon, so I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, it's already that time? Oh.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, it's already, holy shit, it's 8:30 for you.
Yeah, that means it's 10:30 over there for you.
Yep. But anyway, thank you for coming on. Thank you for filling in for
Of course. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this thing for the next future episodes because I think this is really cool that we started with Lisa. How was buying weed for the first time for you?
How was buying weed for the first time?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the first time when we were here, we didn't actually buy weed. People just kind of gave it to us.
Yeah.
And so the first time we went, we found out how like it's so regimented and so organized now. Like you go in and there's like a lady at a counter, and she's like, "Oh, welcome to." We went to a place called Native Roots, and they're like, "Oh, we need IDs for everybody because you have to be 21 to buy." And we're like, "Okay, fine. Here's your ID. Here's your ID. Here's your ID." All right. Go over to the door. I'll buzz you in. And we're like, okay. And we literally cross like a rope, like you're going to a fucking theme park ride.
Yeah.
They buzz the door. We go into another room. In that room, the smell of marijuana just punches you in the fucking face. Check this out. You go there and there's a glass counter that goes all the way around the entirety of that room.
Yep.
The room is big. It's at least 20 feet by 15 feet. And there's like I think it was like 4 or 5 registers, whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, I'll get you. And as soon as he spoke, I'm like, this guy's from Puerto Rico. I could smell the accent on him. And so I come up to him like, oh, and I'm talking to him in Spanish, and that's his whole fucking thing changes. He goes from being fake polite to real polite. And then we talked, and then Danielle and I bought gummies, and I bought like a pen that comes with a little thing, because they had a special, like if you buy the thingy, you get the pen for free or something.
Yeah, the dad pen.
Essentially, yeah. And my buddy Pedro they bought these chocolates that they like, and these lemon gummies that they already know. They know how many they have to take on Fridays to calm down.
Oh wow.
It was like going to a fucking Walgreens. Like I'm used to buying weed from like a guy who comes over to my house and he has like a little Ziploc bag, and I hand him $20 and that's it. This was like the most fucking precise thing ever. Like to the point that they were like, remember, you can't buy with your card. So we have an ATM there. Don't worry, there's no fees.
Yeah, it's cash only.
Forget. Yeah, it's cash only. But they had shit that like I didn't even know. They had like I've seen CBD honey.
Yeah.
I've seen CBD like bath products, but I didn't know they made CBD lotions. They made CBD toothpaste. They made CBD like anything that you can put in your body or your fucking hands.
Repositories.
I mean, I bet they do. I'm not gonna lie.
They had those when I was in Seattle. We saw that. Cody's like, "Oh, get me some weed." I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll get you some suppositories." Like, what's that? Like, weed you put up your ass. He's like, no, bring weed up your ass. I'm like, no, dude, this is weed you put up your ass.
It'll get you so high.
Yeah, it's butt chugging.
Yeah, it was cool though. Like, it was honestly, it was nice to see that they had essentially gotten it down to a science where it was like, and then we were like, once we bought our stuff, we were like, do you have any like just like loose nugs? He's like, yeah, and then he pulls out this fucking tray that's like this fucking big, and each one has a little glass thing, and it's little glass jars and a little label on each one. I'm like, there's like 30 things here, and he's like, well, look, this stuff is blends.
Yeah.
This is sativa, this is CBD, and this back part is hybrids. I'm like, well, which one do you suggest? He goes, well, what do you want it for? I'm like, I don't know, to fucking unwind after a rough week. And he doesn't even look down. He goes, this one, and then he's like, here, smell it. And I smell it. I'm like, this smells amazing. This is easily the best weed I've ever smelled in my life. Yeah. He goes, no, I will show you. And he closed it. He put the thing back down. He walked away, came back with a different one. It was like tiny. It was like the size of it was this big. And he's like, smell that. And I smelled it, and it was like that scene in fucking Pineapple Express. It goes, smells like God's vagina. That's what it was like.
Damn.
But that shit was like fucking $100 an ounce or something like that. It was really, 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 really expensive. I was like, that's really cool. You can put it back. I'm going to keep my gummies and my vape pen, which, by the way, I had just charged it for the first time. That tells you how often I even use it. It's literally been sitting on my nightstand for like a month and a half not being used.
Damn.
Because I don't do it to get high. I do it when I have like a bad day at work on a Friday. So
yeah,
I know
exactly.
I just get high. But I don't do it all the time. I just, by the time I get home and I shower, I take off, like I get rid of my shit, I shower, I'm already kind of relaxed. I don't need it.
I got you, dude.
But yeah, I don't know how it was for Luisa because I haven't heard the episode, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
But it was seriously like going to Walgreens and picking up a prescription.
Yeah, because for her, since she moved from California to New York, it's like a completely different beast over there. So it's funny. It's one of those things where like, okay, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like this send off.
Yeah, I think it's unique because I don't hear anybody else doing it, and it would be one of those like cool like how the hell did you do it for the first time? Like, oh, cool, okay, because it's like
it's different for everybody.
Yeah. For me it's like texting Monkey like, hey man, do you have a queue of flowers? Lou, am I saying this right? Yeah, it's a queue of flowers. See if he has any flowers. I'm like,
Luann's such a bad influence.
I know.
So you can call the segment "Ending on a High Note."
Yeah, I'm stealing that.
Hey, you're welcome.
Cool. Anyway, thank you for being on. Thank you for all the stuff. It was great catching up. Yeah, it was great catching up with you and all that shenanigans.
Yep. I'm glad you can use it. All right, man. You be easy down there.
Thanks, you too, man. Be safe. Stay warm. All that fun stuff.
I'll try. All right, buddy. Bye.
Later, dude.